Today we are going to tell a touching story about art, love, and endless laughs. Rachel excitedly showed off her new discovery to her bestars, but the happy moment was quickly replaced by her friend's laughter. Looking at the signature, her friend said, "What rare relic did you get this time?" Eagerly holding the painting, Rachel headed to the door of Little Cloth, who was upstairs performing a comical quick slide down. She yearned for Rachel's affection, but heard heartbreaking words. It was a public failure. It felt like a cold knife piercing her heart, leaving her frozen at the door as if the whole world was laughing at her. During dinner, she vented her frustrations with a cacophony of noise, stuttering like a kite with tangled strings. Meanwhile, Rachel was feeling butterflies inside, which made her father nearly explode in fury towards Little Cloth. Truth is, Dad was already in a bad mood because of some work troubles, and then he got fired. Now, without an income, the already struggling family was headed toward a life of eating dirt. To feed their family of 7, Mom had to give everyone just a bowl of water at every meal. Her Little Cloth was always dragging her feet, having just gone through a breakup, pouring her emotions into painting. Although the 4 brothers were squished in one bed, that thin blanket was as effective as a snail trying to survive winter. Out of desperation, Little Cloth's IQ suddenly skyrocketed as she devised a mind-blowing plan. She had her brother push her to the center of the road while the other 2 brothers seized the chance to remove the coal truck's hitch pins. Unexpectedly, the driver caught them red-handed, but they had no plans to give up. After a tense wait, coal finally dropped down just as they had hoped, and the brothers cheered in unison. Little Cloth was thrilled like a lottery winner, seeing black gold everywhere, and her brothers dashed like rabbits. The townsfolk, seemingly bewitched, rushed to grab coal, even using baby strollers as makeshift transport. The brothers jubilantly headed home, ready to show off their haul. They had thought they would receive praise from Mom, but today's spoils only led to her stern lectures instead. Mom rejected them and the coal at the door, and her forthright words couldn't fend off the chill of reality. On cold winter nights, the family relied on coal for warmth, but suddenly Little Cloth became anxious. Her brother noticed something was off and quickly summoned Mom to investigate. Mom listened closely and discovered that Little Cloth's piggy bank had fallen into the fireplace. Brave Mom, ignoring the pain, heroically retrieved the piggy bank from the fire. It was the hard-earned money she had saved to buy Little Cloth a wheelchair. Dad was mad, but considering his son's needs, he ultimately let Mom take Little Cloth to the hospital. Plus, she brought back a doctor named Ollie, a mysterious guru specializing in brain palsy. Ollie tried to take Little Cloth to the hospital, but she adamantly refused to associate with the kids. Until Mom said the hospital trip was free, only then did Little Cloth drop her heavy worries. But when it was time to leave, she didn't want to ride with the kids. However, persuaded by her brother, she reluctantly got in while Mom nervously peeked from the window. As the saying goes, a mother's heart goes with her child 1,000 miles. Seeing her son leave for the first time, Mom felt worried and reluctant. Once at the hospital, Little Cloth felt uncomfortable. Her adult pride made her feel out of place with the kids. She asked Ollie to take her home. From then on, she immersed herself in painting and refused to talk to anyone. Mom worried about her mental health, so she called Ollie back for help. She hoped Ollie could help Little Cloth come out of the gloom, and eventually she accepted home treatment. Ollie started coming over daily as Little Cloth's personal trainer in recovery. However, this treatment period didn't show any significant results. Subtitles. Feeling utterly helpless, Ollie then brought her a book brimming with magical power. Inspired by the book, Little Cloth's inner anxiety gradually transformed into beautiful dreams. She began to paint while reciting lines from the book like a Renaissance artist. Even though Mom downstairs heard Little Cloth's changes, she started to worry because she sensed Little Cloth had feelings for Ollie. Parents everywhere want their children to be happy, but kids will always have their own paths to follow. One day, Little Cloth eventually mustered up the courage to convey her true feelings to Ollie, shining as brilliantly as the rising sun. However, what she received was Ollie's misunderstanding of her confession, leaving her feeling a bit awkward. Fortunately, Ollie's friend helped set up an art exhibition for Little Cloth, a delightful twist of fate. One night, she became a well-known disabled artist, and her masterpiece won her loads of praise. Subtitles. Yet, the originally joyful atmosphere took a sudden turn when little Clough, drowning her sorrows in alcohol, confessed her love to Ollie once again, sparking a major commotion. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more great content.